had this drug in it that the reindeer urinated out. So the medicine man, let's say, would drink this urine and get high and get hallucinate, whatever this drug would do. And besides the feeling that he got, this medicine man would, I guess, pontificate whatever was on his mind, whatever these strange things going on in his mind due to the drugs. And the medicine man, again, once the drugs ran through his system, again, human beings can't handle the drug. They want to get it out. They also remove it via the urine. So the medicine man would urinate, and the people of the tribe would get this urine and share it and get the drug in the urine and also have somewhat less of an effect. And they would have what you can call a cycle of urine. Reindeer to medicine man to the people in the town who would, I guess, get it from the reindeer again and give it to the medicine man. So this would be a society where they actually have some kind of use for the drugs, and that's part of their society. So if you have a society like that, yes, drug problems are more likely to occur. Now, why did I tell you that story? Maybe for your entertainment. And besides, no one's listening to this anyway, so who cares? But anyway, getting back to the subject, another reason that societies might cause proliferation of drugs is people think it's safe. This is very often what happens in modern society, in the modern civilized world, the Western world, where they have a lot of prescription drugs. And people think that, it's prescription, a doctor provided it, it's got to be safe. No problem. I'll take more of it and more of it. And maybe I'll go to a different doctor and get even more for myself because I like it. It's very relaxing and it makes me feel good, or whatever prescription drugs do. The fact is that people die and are more damaged by overdosing from prescription drugs than street drugs, interestingly enough. But people think it's safe because a doctor gives it. And it's in a very... it's manufactured by drug companies, which have a lot of safety features. So it's got to be safe. But you can still overdose on this stuff. So, again, the more you're thinking that it's safe, the worse the drug problem can be in the society. Some places it's considered like the cool thing to take drugs. In theory, there are some high school cliques that consider it a cool thing to take drugs for whatever reason. Maybe it's because... they show that they're not bound by arbitrary rules. They violate them by destroying themselves using drugs. So, again, the more you have this attitude, the more the drug problem will be. Another aspect is when people on drugs, while they're noticed that their brain is not working correctly, when people see them, is it acceptable? For a family member to watch a family member act on drugs? If it's commendable, if it's okay, then they'll say, oh yeah, he's just having more fun. Let's have fun with him. He's all relaxed on the drugs and he's all getting nutty on the drugs. Or is it like, people look at them, they say, how dare you act like this in front of your family? You're looking really bad. You're ruining your good name. Again, depending on the attitude people have toward a member of the family, a member of the community, being mentally unstable due to the drugs. If it's acceptable, again, the more of the problem you're going to have. If it's society looks at this as being shameful, well, then people are going to do it less. So these are societal aspects of drug taking. Okay, so the actual drugs drugs that are causing problems, are these are the ones. Narcotics. This is basically cancellation, especially of pain. As pain relievers, they might be useful medically. But on the street, people take them just because they don't want to especially feel pain. The hallucinogens, these are the ones that make people believe that that they're halfway into a paint factory blowing up in their face and their brains, and they don't know what's going on, and they see things that aren't there. Those are hallucinogens. They're depressants. These are the ones that make people feel sleepy, unable to think, unable to work, unable to move, and just like some kind of a calm can result from this. There are also stimulants. This is what makes people feel more alert and awake and active. It speeds up the nervous system. So people like that feeling sometimes. And these are not really, they don't really affect the brain that much. They're not taken, at least, in order to ruin the brain or to warp the brain due to the drugs. But the people take them because it produces extra muscle mass, or so goes the theory, when they take it. So they look better, and because they look more muscular. When people think, if people think that having more muscle makes them look better, they would take this too, because it does produce extra muscle mass. Okay, so they're illegal. Not all over, not the same way, but they are illegal, and therefore we should be learning a little bit more about them. Okay, let's look at the individually. Narcotics. We cancel the brain. Colloquially, what people say, they say narcotics. They usually mean to all kinds of illegal drugs, but technically speaking, narcotics only refers to the kind that cancels the pain, or that cancel the brain activity and therefore the pain. They're called opiates because they come from the poppy. There's like a poppy plant. Let's take a look at a little bigger picture of it. This is the seed head of the poppy plant. Inside there, the seeds. You have this milky fluid that if you cut it, it'll drip that, and this is where it all starts. They're called opiates because this is the opium poppy. Not all poppies are opium poppies, obviously. The poppy seeds that we eat, they don't come from the opium poppy. In any event, so that's the milky fluid from the poppy plant. It doesn't really grow everywhere. It grows in Asia, especially Afghanistan. That's where we get our illegal drugs, the illegal narcotics from. It's a major producer of it. Now, these are poppy fields. They're entire fields. Now, meaning the United States Army, was in Afghanistan. And there are these fields, lots of fields that they use in order to poison the Western world. And for some reason, you can see a field from a helicopter. It's not really a big deal to see it. But for some reason, it simply was not stopped. Certainly not enough. So in Afghanistan, they are the major producer of this poison for the Western world, who takes this heroin. Again, something to think about when you think about the country of Afghanistan. The legal producer is Tasmania, and there they do have these opium fields, but there are lots of very strict rules. They know that they have a lot of this opium stuff, so they have a lot of strict rules about where it comes from, how to keep track of it, and even things that that are used in between the opium and the actual drug making. There are very strict rules on the chemicals go in between them, the precursors and things like that. So, but again, it's legal, and there's really, I have nothing to complain about. The opiates are used in the medical community as medicines. They again, cancels pain. It is of use. So, and they're illegal. So they keep track of it and they control it. They keep control of it. So that's fine. Anyway, that's narcotics, and morphine comes from this secretion.